We're going to show you how to assemble our Delta View computer training table. Hi, I'm Bill with RightAngle. Today we're going to show you how to assemble one of our newest products, our Delta View computer training table. Okay, we're assembling a 24 by 72 inch Delta View computer desk. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to lay the legs out on the table. Now they are handed, so you've got a left leg. Here's our left leg. When you look at it, the holes will be on the right-hand side of the leg, as you can see here. And then you can see the glides down on the bottom. So this is considered our left, the other one's considered our right. Now you're going to be doing it with the side panels. These will be labeled left hand and right hand. So with this, we're going to use 3 6mm by 30mm screws to install. And you're going to be using a Phillips screwdriver. Make sure you get all 3 started before you screw them in. All right, the next step is to install the cam bolts. There'll be 3 on each side. Make sure you do not over tighten these screws. Now the left and right hand portion of the Delta View is assembled. These will be labeled Assembly A and Assembly B. Step 2, we've laid the back panel out. We're going to be attaching the columns and also the gas cylinder mount. And the gas cylinder mount is used with the screws that are provided in the package. And then you've got 5/8 inch screws used to install the mechanism. You'll want to use your square drive, or you can use a Phillips tip. Also, this does slide up and down here to help align the screws, so you can move that wherever you need to. And as always, do not screw the screws all the way in until you have all the screws installed. Okay, step 2 is complete. Okay, for step 3, we're going to be installing the keyboard nest and mouse nest. You'll be using the 5/8 inch wood screws. Okay, step 3 is complete. Okay, for step 4, we're going to be installing the hinge bracket. You're going to see there's a little square notch. That always is pointing towards the bottom. This is the top, again, that's the bottom. And when you install this, you're going to use the screws that are provided with the hinge, and it's just this small screw here. It's a Phillips screw. You'll just want to tighten this up. Again, you're not going to want to tighten it completely, just get it started. You're going to be adjusting this when you install the top door with the hinges. And then next, you want to snap on the gas cylinders. Now the gas cylinder can go on 2 different directions. You're going to want the larger end installed at the bottom, and they just snap on. Okay, step 4 is now completed. Okay, step 5, we're going to be putting, again, the cam bolts inside the holes on the back panel. And there's 10. Step 5 is completed, and this would be considered Assembly C. For step 6, we're going to be installing the wire management and more cam bolts. With this, we're going to be using the 5/8 inch wood screw again. Here again are the cam bolts. After you install the cam bolts, this is Assembly D. Okay, for step 7, we're going to be using the work surface. You want it upside down with the holes facing up. And we're going to be putting the cam bolts in the work surface. And that's complete, and that's considered Assembly E. Step 8, we'll be installing the hardware on the door to access the monitors. For a 72 inch, you've got 4 hinges, and you're going to have 2 of the gas cylinders with the mounting ball. And they'll be going to the inside. We'll be using the Phillips screws that are provided with the hinges. careful again not to strip these screws out. Make sure you have your torque setting set low. The gas cylinder mount, you'll want to make sure you do not tighten these screws again. You'll be able to want to slide it back and forth to adjust the door. Make sure you use the screws provided with the gas cylinder with the mounting ball. Okay, the rear access doors, these are considered assembly F. Okay, for step 9, we're assembling the back panel with the left leg. So now we'll assemble the right leg to the back panel. Just align it with the cam bolts. Just slide it on and turn it clockwise to tighten. Okay, step 9 is complete. We have the left and right leg attached to the back panel. Okay, step 10, we're going to be installing the kick panel to the left and right leg. Now we're finished with step 10. Make sure you have all 6 cams completely tightened. For step 11, you're going to want to get some help. Flip the table over. This is a good time to also check to make sure all your cams are tight. And then also we're going to be installing the reinforcement panels. These are the 2 reinforcement panels. One will be installed at the bottom, and it installs like this, so you can get to the cams. And this can install either direction. Step 11 is completed. Okay, we're going to take assembly E, which is the work surface that has the slim fit bolts already installed from earlier. We're going to flip this over. Sometimes it's best probably to have 2 people. Before you tighten up the connectors, you'll want to insert the screws into the work surface. Make sure when you're putting the screws in that you don't tighten them until all 4 are installed. Once the 4 screws are installed into the work surface and tightened, you can then tighten the cam locks. Then we're going to take assembly F, which is from step 7. We're going to install the hinge section for the door. You'll want to make sure that these are fully extended outward, that direction there, and tighten both of these up so it's a little easier to snap them into the hinge bracket. Now remember, everything's pretty loose down here, so we'll make some adjustments here shortly. Kind of double check to see where this fits. And then we can tighten up all the hinge screws. Okay, with the gas cylinder, it's not quite as important where this is adjusted, so we're going to slide it all the way up to the top, tighten it down, because you can't get to these screws once you attach the cylinder. You'll notice on the top of the cylinder, there's this wire ring. If you ever have to remove this from the ball, you're going to pry that off and it'll snap off, and then it'll come off the ball. But inside, that's what holds it to the ball, and it'll snap on like that. Now left to right, we're not sure exactly if this is centered properly. We won't know until we put the second door on. So again, I'm going to slide these all the way out. Tighten it down so it matches the other one. That seems to work pretty good. Again, it is adjustable if you want it to close quicker. We're going to take the second door, pull these out, tighten them back down, snap them in, line this up at the edge, the front back to line up. Looks like we're all pretty good here. I can snug the screws up. Each door for the Delta View will require 2 rubber bumpers. On a 2-access door Delta View, the rubber bumper needs to be installed approximately 3/4 of an inch in from the edge on the outside, and on the inner portion of the door, it will be mounted directly into the corner. Okay, we're getting close to being finished. Step 15, 16, and 17 is about installing the monitors on the monitor system. So within that, you're gonna push down on this, pop this out. This part gets installed to your monitor. And then with this, you can install it. It can go either sideways and install, or from the top, it just slides onto the bracket. Clicks on it, that's done. Your monitor then would be installed. But step 18 is going to be installing the access panel doors and the grommets. So we're going to just quick snap the grommets in quickly. The end grommets are for daisy chaining. And then the front grommets are for any cables you want to run from your computer back to the monitor. And then with the front panels, you've got a hole here to put your finger in so you can manage it. You can order it with a lock, or they come standard with the lever, and that just snaps on like that. The left one goes on the same way. So that's how you assemble the Delta View by RightAngle. If you like what you saw today, please subscribe and click that like button to know about everything office furniture. Thanks for watching.